henceforth. Then new revelations start taking place. This is a wonderful universe. We have never enjoyed it. See, air in itself is a miracle. Earth in itself is a miracle. We are living in miracles. But do we really appreciate or enjoy the miracles? Water, don't you think it's a miracle? This light is not a miracle. Everything here is a miracle. Earth is in the space. Just imagine we are sitting on the earth which is hanging in the space without any support. And we are living without tension. We are least bothered someday it may fall down. Isn't it a miracle? So the whole creation is just like a miracle. And our being present is the greatest miracle that I am. Just think of it. 30 years before, 40 years before, you were not. Now you are here and you think you are the center of the world. Each individual thinks in that way. As if we are from the eternity and we will remain till eternity. And we are here. It's a miracle that we are moving, talking, seeing the things. Isn't a miracle? How we appeared, we do not know. Do you know? Leave apart the biological process, but a sense of presence. So this whole creation is a miracle. When the waves will subside, no, we will see the miracle everywhere. We will be so happy. And we may see the, I shouldn't say person, but the thing behind all this. And the scriptures say that the thing behind is same which is in you. That might be a greatest experience. We experience the joy here in various ways is very small fraction of that joy. Joy multiplied millions and billions and trillions of times is what is our right. And the yoga is the way to discover that infinite joy, bliss. And we are not getting it just because we are not able to first properly work on this machine. Then there is many things above the machine. This is the first step. Isn't going right? Is it not that one way talking? Please go on discussing also. It should not be one way. I should feel that we are growing together. I haven't chanted that prayer initially, the Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu. It means that let's grow together. There are many other lines also, but one very important is let's grow together, let's learn together. It is not that what I am speaking, I have very well thought what I will be speaking. Everything is simultaneous. It happens. If the group is good, if they are receiving, things come. It's not always your intelligence. It comes. Similarly, you will be grasping. If you connect, you will be grasping a lot. From tomorrow, for a minute, we will sit in the prayer. We will pray that whatever, let us grasp more. And you will see, you will be grasping more. Okay? I think it's hang. I think a few minutes break you need. 1.5 hours we continued after the break. पता नहीं चला ना, you could not.
हाफ एन आवर वैसे 1 बजे तक खत्म.
1 ही बजे तक हो जाएगा ना, अभी चलने देते हैं. Same thing which I was explaining to you. Sense object, then sense organ. You may, if you want, you may note down the. First you see the object, then it comes to the sense organ, then corresponding brain center. It reaches to, then mind attaches to the brain center BC in short, then intellect, then reaction of the intellect, rise of the ego, whole mixture is perceived by soul, not the original object.
Get the slides.
Yeah, you will be getting. Your mail IDs are there, no? Okay, sure. Or you can just give on the paper, I will be sending, forwarding
When you
you.
talk about perception as well, I mean, for example, when Archana asked about the projector. So would that mean, I mean, even like right now we're in this room. So yes, I'm aware like there's that glass cabinet, the books, the curtains, but I haven't like really focused on it. I mean, I know it's there, but it's there, but I mean, I perceive it, but not put much.
The real perception, in fact, it will come, and we will be doing that sort of meditation for a few minutes. It is not that when you will perceive, it will change the form; it will remain as it is. But something different will happen to you.
So how do we know that whatever we have perceived is correct? I mean,
Whatever you have perceived is correct.
Yes.
Presently, you cannot know. Presently, you cannot know. For that only we are learning the yoga. To know correctly. Again, the example, there is Java program, dash, hash, this, that. You will say, what is this? When it is applied, something very beautiful comes on the picture. Okay, you don't know the programming behind this. This is the PPT, but this PPT I have simply typed. But this PPT, as PPT slide, has lot of programming behind. Okay, then it has come as PPT and I can do this. Okay. Similarly, why we are learning, we do not know what is this programming. To know the programming, we have to learn the programming. So, if we are not able to perceive right, then first learn the things, then things will be clear.
So does that mean that we will, I mean, be more knowledgeable?
First, this information, this method is being imparted to the operator. Okay, try to grasp it from the soul. Make your soul to grasp it, means you, the real you. Then from soul, apply it to your intellect. Then it will be reflected as knowledge through mind. Intellect and mind, when filled with this, through constant manan, means thinking, analyzing, lots of doubts will come. If doubts don't come, it means we are not moving, or either we are in a very good state. Both the things are there. So lots of manan is needed. When the manan has taken place properly, means you become knowledgeable of the technique completely, then the nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means working at the physical level, in the acharana, in the interpersonal relationship, at workplace, in your life, everywhere. Then you start applying that. Then the whole things get completed. Process get completed. this is. So we were talking about the perception. These slides are related to perception only. You will be getting all these slides. We are in a situation, then reception is taking place, and then the resulting behavior. 3, 4, 5 persons are put in the same situation. All will be reacting different ways. You see, there is a Big Boss program. Do you watch anyone? All are put in a same situation, but you see how they react differently. This is on the basis of their perception or some preconceived notion, or some they're planning that I want to become famous, so I should act like this. Something. Memory doesn't mean only the experiences. Your ambitions are also there in the memory. Your desires are also there. You want to become famous, you want to become this and that. You want name, fame and everything. But who wants it? When the operator will get awake, operator knows this is the body which has, this is the machine which one day will decay. This is the mind which one day will get derailed because the brain centers, this brain is a part of the machine, body, hardware, and the mind operates through the brain, and brain with the age will get decayed, so the functioning of mind will be affected. So either he learns to work without the body using this network of the hardware. That is also possible. Or if he doesn't want to learn, see, it depends on the operator. He thinks, what is the use? No, I am happy, I am blissful, I am contented. Let the body decay. So he is contented in that. He is connected to the divine. There may be one who thinks, no, let me learn this route also. Can I work without the body? It's possible. Everything is possible in this miraculous creation. When the earth can remain in the space and move and take the round but not going down. So what is this? Some forces have been created. You may call it gravitational force, you may call it electromagnetic force, but all these forces have been created by divine intelligence. We are only discovering and making use of that which has been created by someone. It's just amazing. What grand divine wisdom is there. I think we will today may end with this. This is a spectrum of mind. This is quite interesting. I was giving the example of the computer. So, where the software is installed? It is installed in some hardware, right? It is installed in some hardware. Mind is installed in some hardware. Same thing is here. In humans, but because this is a higher machine, some part is installed in the software, means hardware. Some is above the hardware. The installed in the hardware is called instincts, subconscious mind. We sleep, but our heart beats go on. Respiration continue to take place. What is this? This is programming, means software. Programming means software. So this is also a mind, part of the mind, which is installed in the hardware. So everything which is working involuntarily inside the body is your subconscious mind. Then there are some instincts like hunger, thirst and all. These are also part of subconscious mind. Requirement of the machine. These are the requirements of the machine. That's why yoga is there. It's making everything clear. You have to understand the machine. Then only you can control, work on that. This is the software, the mind installed in the hardware is called subconscious mind. Basic instincts are the need of the machines. Hunger, because machine requires energy. Sleep is an instinct. It's an instinct. It's needed to repair the body, to rejuvenate, corrections, repairing the damaged cells in the sleep. So this is the mind, subconscious part of the mind, the programming. Then there is a mind which is little above the body, that is reasoning. Its center is somewhere in the brain, it is attached to the brain. But it goes little beyond the physical frame. Reasoning. So there is a subconscious mind which doesn't reason. It doesn't say, why should I breathe when you are sleeping? If reason is there, if reason would have been there, you wouldn't have slept a single day. So reason is not there. It is automatic. It's like completely like machine. System set on. So it's going on. Now higher one is reasoning. But same thing. The subconscious emerging as reasoning. Here you have logic, understanding, questioning, doubting, everything is this area. This is volatile. It is not fixed. This is the area where all the problems lies. And solution is also through this. It's a paradoxical situation. Solution is also there, problems are also there. And this reasoning is again connected to the memory. You reason based on your experiences. Experiences are memory.
This is conscious.
This is conscious, this is volatile, this is not fixed. It is very fast, very rapid. One time this, the another time this. It is not stable also. When I was saying that you practice, as you asked, through practice, what happens? Understanding, which we normally, when we talk of understanding, is taking place in the field of reason. So it is not stable. Here it appears and disappears. This moment this understanding has taken place, then it goes. You think in this way, there is no hardware to contain that understanding. I think that is how we can understand little better. Instinct, subconscious mind, this has a hardware. This programming is installed in the hardware. But this reason, as I said, it is connected to the brain, but it is above the brain. Suppose, say in the space, but connected. So you reason, you feel. But reasoning, understanding doesn't get into the habit. To make it a habit, you have to push it into the subconscious. Practice, make the understanding a habit. Once it becomes habit, you forget about it. It will go on working. When you started learning cycling or driving car, initially you have to be very conscious. Okay, how I will make this turn. You must be imagining it will be very difficult. Some people will be coming from this side or that side. How will I do this? Okay. You are so conscious. You are in the field of consciousness, conscious mind. That is the reason. When that has been practiced again and again, now when you drive, it's your subconscious activity. You are talking, you are listening, you are doing this and that, but you are driving also. What is this? It is just like heart pulsating without your knowledge. Almost subconsciously we drive. Our reflexes, everything has been programmed properly. So anything which is in this region, from this conscious, you may write subconscious, conscious and superconscious. Subconscious, bracket instincts, conscious, reason, then superconscious. I will come to superconscious also. So everything, what we are doing right now, we are working in this area. Okay?
Are you trying to say a lot of our thinking and actions come from the subconscious mind and not from the conscious?
No. What I am saying?
No, this part I understood, what lies in subconscious, what lies in conscious, that I understood. But a lot of our thinking and behavior, does it also come from the subconscious mind without our awareness?
Yes, to an extent. What has been conditioned in the childhood?
Or from our experiences?
Yes, experience is there, but forced experience, you can say. Forced experience. I give you an example. There is a small child, and somebody knocked at the door. His father says, if Uncle Shyam comes, then tell him that father is not at home. Boy is small, 5 years. He is amazed. Father is here, but he is saying to say no. So he goes, opens and says, father is not there. But what has happened to his brain, to his mind, he got confused. So this confusion as a conditioning has entered in his mind. Double standards, confusions. You must have seen some people who are very confused. Reason being, they have got such conditioning, forced conditionings. Nobody is by choice a confused personality. This is wrong parenting. So you are right in that way. Some reactions, that's why deconditioning is needed. The whole process of yoga is initially deconditioning.
So what I mean to say is how much of our daily thoughts and behaviors come from a conscious mind and how much of it actually comes from our subconscious. I think most of us, it comes from the subconscious.
You are right. Conscious thinking is 10%.
Yeah.
90% is automatic thinking, which comes from memory, from our past experiences. And that 10% conscious thinking, I think I have given more percent to this area. 10% conscious thinking, just think over it. In a whole day, when we really think freely, not conditioned. So for yogis it is okay, for yogis like you 10% granted. At least 10% thinking comes from conscious mind. But it has relation with the subconscious too. Okay. Right now we are thinking, trying to think freely, but it is not 100%. It is not even 90%. It is nearly 5-10%. Because whatever you are listening, reaction is going on. Not exactly the exact thing is going, analysis is going on. But this is the process. This is what is being explained to you. That is how the machine works. And your goal is to stop that working and to move to higher working. It's not that you will be stopping this working, then there will be nothing. Then there is higher working, and that higher working is super conscious working.
But as we process what you're saying, I mean, everyone's mind is working because whatever you're saying, it's all being processed. So now, eventually, because I'm enjoying this lecture, will it then go into the subconscious right away?
First reasons.
If you are enjoying it, if you are liking it, it is a first requirement. Okay. Of moving forward. In subconscious, it can go both way. You like or dislike. It will be recorded like that. If you like, next time when I will come tomorrow, your reaction will be okay. It's okay. Worthwhile. Okay. If it goes as disliking, फंस गए 4-5 days now.
But in terms of liking, and then I remember.
Manan, that is what I am using. The word again repeated. See, it's not these 3 hours or 3.5 hours. Something great is being revealed by studying Patanjali Yoga Sutra for both of us. It's not that mine is only job to tell you. I have also to constantly remind me these things. Then only these things will become practice to me. Similarly, it is true with you. What you have learned, a few important points, keep in the mind. Go on thinking on that. Do everything you are doing in a day, but don't get disconnected. Okay? When this goes on, process goes on over a longer period, and tomorrow we may have some practical session also. With the practice, slowly it will become a habit. then it will be little easy. But our aim is not to push this to here, subconscious. Try to understand. This is okay, it is needed, it is a method to push here. But by pushing here, we in fact want to reach to this level, superconscious. See, one working is this. This is established in the hardware, programmed, perfect, fixed programmings. Here it is volatile, it is not fixed. Okay, but this is something which comes from above. Without reason is needed to reach to this state. One thing should be very clear. Any superstition, anything which is against logic can never take to this state. By reasoning, sharpening the reason, sharpening the intellect, this, you suddenly enters into this with the help of some practices too. Because this is one thing. This whole is one and same thing. This is mind. This is in operation, formally established. This is in operation, volatile. Here we have not yet reached, but it is there. So when I say you connect to the divine, then what happens? This divine helps you to download this. New operating system gets installed. Then you know the intuitions. They are from this reason. Intuitively you may know many things. Without using reason, initially you have to exhaust the possibility of reason. Once it is clear, then yoga will establish you into the superconsciousness. Exhausting the reason is yoga's chitta vritti nirodha.
But just now you said that we have to sharpen the reason to to even think about superconsciousness. But then sometimes doesn't over reasoning also
Yes,
kind of
there is danger.
block the intuition?
Yes, there is danger because once Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa says that he said once, suppose there is a thorn in your hand, you take another thorn to take it out. Then you throw both. It is not that you have taken out the thorn and put the another one in. Same thing is with the reasoning. You are using reason to go beyond the reason, to the superconsciousness. But why reason is to be used? Because otherwise superstitions will prevail. If you don't use your intellect, your reason, then many wrong things in the name of religion and spirituality spread over whole world. You see lot of massacres, terrorism. Origin is a religion. How is it possible? How the religion can be a cause of the war, of terrorism? Just because of this. They didn't use this reason. They are based on the faith. In the book is written this and this is full and final. We will not use it. Someone has written this. It is in our text. Whereas in our case, whatever written has to be verified by the experience. This is the point. And in Sanatan Dharma, in Hinduism, there is not a single scripture. There are thousands of scriptures written by thousands enlightened people. And their experiences are similar. So if you experience something which doesn't match the books, then you may be wrong, not that. This is something. It is not only one book and 1,000 people are claiming different experience, but it is written, you can. So that's why I am saying reason is very important. Reasoning is very, very important. and it is one same block. Reason deteriorated becomes habit and instincts. Reason upgraded becomes superconsciousness. It is one and same thing. Water, when gets boiled, it becomes vapors. When temperature goes down, it becomes ice. But it is same thing.
You said reason when deteriorated it becomes habit and
Deteriorated means when its frequency is lessened.
And what is the other?
Superconsciousness. When it is upgraded,
When it is a
enhanced.
Even deteriorated may not be always here.
Pardon?
When we say the reason, when the deterioration going into instincts is not a bad
Deterioration is not in the bad terms. That's why, it's not in the wrong terms.
long term.
Deterioration means,
More
that's what I said, frequency, less frequency. You better use scientific, it is better to use the more scientific words. You are right. When it is practiced again and again, it goes there, but it is,
so there is a positive element to it as
yes,
well.
it is
Yeah,
negative
it's positive.
aspect
Yes,
of
yes.
reasoning that
See,
we are
it's the way
talking
you look at
about.
it.
Yeah. Like driving
see,
the experience.
to govern the machine,
Yeah.
you need it.
Yeah.
You need the programming. That comes through the habit.
If I have to say what she has said, means in the Sanatana Dharma you're talking about, the kids have been taught this is correct, means do honesty, let us say.
Yeah.
When we talk about the honesty from the childhood, we keep saying that be honest, don't do this, don't do this. That's again the reasoning given to them to become an instinctively saying that it is,
Yeah.
you be honest. So that is what it is. When we talk about the reasoning coming into instinct, then they become.
Give them, explain them the
Yes.
benefits of being
Why is
honest. If you are honest, if you are truthful, then you won't be carrying the burden of remembering many false things. You will be stress free.
What is the reasoning?
When you are stress
It will be
free,
a double-edged sword as well,
Yes.
because it would lead you to thinking negatively as well as positively.
yes, yes. Reason is such. So that's what I said that this conscious reason
Is always conscious.
is where we have to work upon. This is the place that may either give us growth or that may lead us to the disaster as well. When the tarka, reason, becomes kutark, illogical, then there is danger. That's why the text is there, gurus are there, teachers are there to guide you properly. So, one final note. What we have today come to the conclusion is that learner has been established, and every day we have to remind ourselves, and the whole day in the practice also. See, life is short. You don't have plenty of time. Every day you have to be more aware. If you get something very important, like if you have come to know that you are not body and mind, keep on practicing it. It may be difficult. You will be forgetting 1,000 times, but at least if you remember one time, that is sufficient. That is a progress. In whole day, if you remember 5 times, that is a progress. Next day, if you remember 6 times, 10 times, you are constantly progressing. Suppose you don't remember a day, then in the graph there is a downward curve, then again you can take it up. Then it may be like this, but there will come a time when it will be like this only. It will go like this only. So it's constant practice. One thing. Second, the method is, the ultimate method is Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodha. The cessation of all the thought waves arising in the mind. But how? it is to be done, that we will slowly see to it. We have at least come to the clear understanding that how do we perceive the things. We see the object, image comes to our eyes, or it comes through sound waves or through the touch, that gets converted into the nerve currents, then reaches to the brain center, mind gets attached to it, recognizes what input has come, then intellect analyzes it, then the sense of doership, I am doing, arises, ego, and this whole picture, this whole goes before the operator. So what operator is being shown is not exactly what is outside. Okay, that is how the whole process is taking place, and we live in a world of illusion, and we finally depart in illusion. This is what is happening to the humans. And I just imagine a fantasy when we go there and if somebody is there to interview us, exit interview. So, what is saw there? Oh, there is so much this problem. Oh, it's not there. What I saw, oh, it's a defect of the machine. Put him there. Send him the correction room. And tools, this, that, correct. Something like this. Just joking. So, it has been a very nice discussion with you all. I am happy that you all are taking part and trying to understand together. It is not a monologue. That would have been very boring to me also. Always talking on Patanjali is self-learning. Practice, reminding oneself. So, tomorrow we will, at least for 30 minutes, we will be doing some pranayama and meditation.
So just coming back to this, that means we can use affirmation to sharpen our reasonings. Or,
Affirmations, results you are talking?
yeah, something like a positive thought. Or
Yes, can, yes, you can. What happens normally, I tell you, anything done here in the conscious mind doesn't stabilize. Even the positive affirmations don't work practically, but there is a technique to that, and it's, you must have read also. If you want to, the technique is make everything reach to the subconscious, so it will become habit. But this is not the aim. You have to reach here. But okay, to reach here, some support system can be built there. It's a strategy. So positive affirmations, any positive resolve, when you are sleeping, going to sleep, just before the sleeping. Why? Because when you are entering into the sleep, subconscious is now taking charge. It's a transition time. One is giving the charge to another. Now you take care, or I am retiring. So subconscious is now taking the charge and conscious is giving. So both are there, active. So here if you resolve, you take some resolve that I want to be happy, I want to correct this, anger, I don't want to be angry on this person or that person, maybe very specific.